Good morning. I have been working on a short turkey sculpture in clay project, a short duration. We're not going to do a lot of detail on it. But on Wednesday, I didn't have any sound to my video. I hope there's some sound going now. It looks like there should be. So hopefully, hi, Al. So do you, you're first. Do you hear me? I hope you can hear me because I didn't have any sound on Wednesday. So let me know if you can hear me. Oh, good. Thank you, Mark. Okay. So I thought I'd put this whole, perfect. I thought I'd put this project on hold since I had gotten to this stage on Wednesday. And I went ahead. Hi, Cindy. Good morning. So you guys are here. I went ahead and I made a little project guide because I had these pictures I was showing, and I realized it's really hard for people to follow along. I got videos that I'd stopped the action of, and I uh, printed them out, and then I sized them as if they were all from the same distance. So, and that's the funniest view of all. That cracks me up. So I made this guide, another free downloadable guide. There's not a lot of instructions in this, but I just did a quick bunch of drawings that we're going to take from actual size so we can use our measuring tools, the calipers here, and then I have another set right here. So these, and just in a kind of a 3D perspective, you want to just measure the turkey in the round. So far I just got a rough, looks like something you'd buy out of a gift shop for your Thanksgiving table, right? Just a rough set of forms melded together and just kind of getting ready to make the turkey. And of course, these are my original screenshots. Whoops, up here, and I can just show you my pictures that I took my drawings from. So, oops, it's over there. So I had a bunch of pictures I started with. And the main thing, though, is to get them not only to the right size, but to delineate the forms in a drawing. And if you want to ever do this yourself on your own projects, it's really, really helpful. Okay, that's not a direct back view, but it gives you some perspective on how the wings can be used with the feet in the front to create a tripod effect. So I put this on learnsculpture.org under the free downloadable guides. It's there now. Oh, here's the front. Okay, so that is so strange, but that's the same bird in the round. And so like I'm way off right now from that. I've got a little bit started, but I need to go, if you want to see, on the front portion anyway, that wide. We don't want a turkey dinner if it's not that wide. It's not going to be much good for a turkey dinner. So we got to do the wild turkey the way the picture shows us. But this way you're assured of, okay, if you measure it here and then you go to this next view here, the side view, okay, you're assured that you're going to come out with that front weird fat front view matching this side view. So you don't have to think in ambidextrously or backwards. I do the side view in reverse so that you can measure the other side. So you can sit here and work, measure this side, and then you want to go to the other side and measure it here. So it makes sense. It makes sense that you're having something that you can get a perspective and a frame of reference on, like the neck to the tail. I might want to push that tail back a little is what it's showing me here. But what I did was I got all these drawings on the same page on the computer and sized them as if they are absolutely the same bird that we took them from, even though I didn't. These are different wild turkeys. If I could find one wild turkey that would turn slowly for me from the same distance, but they don't do that. So um, that's a set of drawings that you can download. I compressed the PDF so it would be a very um, fast download. It's a little over a megabyte in size. And so what you want to do, this is just small to give you a cover, but then when you go into it, these are all the measurable views that you can use. And they will all come out to be the same bird, if that makes sense. So what I haven't done anything on it because I thought, okay, in a way, I'm starting over again. And maybe now you guys have a chance to follow along with this guide. And I will make sure that I measure everything and match up my measurements so that we have wings and the neck, the head and the neck. This is wrong, obviously very wrong right now. I would have to um, bring that up or start down here. I'll have to measure it from this back area and down. Like, let me do that and bring that neck down. So there's a lot of information here that we didn't have before. And we're not going to do super detail at all. But I think what we'll do is, since we now have this guide, I will post up the 3 days for next week with more information on the little covers that I can make now for what you're going to get. A little more information about what we'll do each day and just extend this to another week. So I felt like I blew it on Wednesday. I didn't really do very well. So I'll give you all a chance to go and get this guide and if you want it completely free, of course, to just download so you can follow along and if you want to make it. But at the very least, you're getting a sense of what I'm trying to do here, which is there aren't any CAD drawings like computer aided design, 3D, that are really as good as what we can do from just observing something in 3 dimensions for, at home. If you wanted to do this coffee cup, you would just put it on a surface and take pictures of it, in the round from the same distance. That's basically the concept here. And it just helps so much when it comes to getting the proportions right. Because even if you make just a rough, like no detail at all, and more I'll just do, guides like this, and then we'll just do quick sculptures. If you do no detail at all, you've got the proportions, you've got that correct, and you can go back and work on it and take as much time as you want. Like on my shelf over here is my raccoon and the owl and some other things that I've been working on. And so instead of having a boring show where I'm like in there going like this, I can give you more really good information and lots of projects. So it'll be very project oriented going forward. And I hope you guys like that approach. I always like suggestions, what you think would be the most interesting that we can do on these sessions. Your input is very valued. It still makes me laugh every time I look at it. It's so funny. And I'm thinking of some holiday related wildlife that we can do coming up too. Realistic sculpture, but you can go either direction. You can make it cartoonish or you can make it realistic. But once you've figured out your proportions, you've got lots of options. So, okay, well, it's short today because I wanted to explain this, and I'm going to put in this video this link to everyone can download, and then I'll post the 3 Monday, Wednesday, and Friday videos with a little more information about what we'll be doing, and then we'll finish this at the end of the week. So I hope that's good. And you got a great question, Al. Sculpting the flimsy part, long feathers. How do you stop them from breaking? I will definitely cover that next week because, first of all, these are very thick right now, really thick, and there is nothing in there. But we can use the armature, like I was starting to do on our unfinished bird sculpture, in the parts of the clay. You can use that special armature material, which I don't think I have right here. I'll make sure I bring that on Monday. So if you want to make this bigger, oh, and that's another really quick thing to say, you can take any of these pictures, and if you have a way to enlarge them, do it all the same. Yes, like steel bars to reinforce concrete, asking. Yes, exactly. And let me see if I have my armature real quick here that I can grab. I do have a little bit of it right here. So just real quick before we go, I have real fine armature wire here, and I have heavier armature wire here. The cool thing is it's very bendable, and this is at Learn Sculpture in the frequently asked questions, where you can get this. You can get this on Amazon. So it's really strong but bendable. And then if you want to really reinforce it, you can make like nicks in it with I use a pair of pliers and make nicks, and even make nicks and wrap the thin wire around the thick wire. So there's lots of ways of doing it. And it's easy to cut this too. So if it's inside a clay piece, you can cut it. So so that's good for today. Sorry I wasn't sculpting today, but definitely now that we have the project guide, we can get a little more into it and have something ready for Thanksgiving that you can freak out your friends and family with. Like, what? What is that? All right. Well, everyone take care and thank you for bearing with me while I'm trying to figure out how I'm doing and what I'm doing. More to come, promise. Thank you so much. Everybody, bye bye.